Hello, everyone. This is... Well, I'm sorry.
Already apologizing 2 seconds into the video.
Nice to meet you, I'm sorry.
Hi, everyone. We're going to be racing Super Mario Land today. I'm Asandoval. We're all using different color schemes. I'm going with the boring black and white default.
I'm Brick Road. I'm playing Super Twilight Sparkle Land.
My name's Destil. I'm playing the slightly grayer black and white that looks more like a Game Boy Pocket.
And I'm Red Silvers, and my Mario looks like Hellboy in a blue world.
Alright, let's... Now remember, nobody pushed... Remember, if you push all the buttons, it resets the game. So don't do that. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! Super Mario Land. Has everybody watched the, the drunk Japanese
guy
plays?
Yes.
No.
I'm already dead. Huh.
It's wonderful. My name is, Steve.
The Super Action Adventure World, or whatever that Dwayne did, is pretty good, too.
Yeah, I actually like that one a lot. Wow, you move really fast in this compared to the size of the screen. I haven't played this game since it was new.
And when you think that, like, in the original, you were tiny, how did you ever navigate this?
Well, I prefer this to, like, most Game Boy games, like Mario Land 2, just gives you a much smaller window. You can't see anything.
Yeah, like, your field of vision is so restricted. This is better.
I tried playing Bionic Commando Elite Forces the other day. It's a good game, but you just can't frickin' see it. The whole game is trial and error. This game has, what, 3 worlds or 4 worlds?
I think it's
Is
4.
it like... Yeah, I think it's 4,
Yeah,
but the
something
last
like
one
that.
is mostly like a shooter level.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, because there's
Super
a
level,
Water
whatever
World boss and there's a Sky World boss.
Lost
and
my
there's
Super
the
Ball.
rock throwing dude.
Yeah.
2 1-ups.
I thought the Sphinxes attacked you in this. I guess that's later?
Some of them do.
You're already on the Sphinx level?
No, I saw a Sphinx in the background.
There's Sphinxes in the background, I think, at the end of the first stage.
I got a Fire Flower on the first stage in the bonus game.
I'm doing the bonus game
They're
right
Super
now.
Balls.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's it's like they didn't think about that when they named that.
Well, balls are pretty super.
It's funny because it's true.
I'm worried about what we're going to race after we run out of the Mario and Mega Man games.
Yeah, like... Alright, let's strap in
Rocket
for another
Cats
Final
2.
Fantasy VI race,
Rocket
guys!
Cats 2.
Well, now I'm more worried that we'll actually have to play, like, real games. Like, somebody's going to, oh, we got to do Ninja Gaiden now.
Oh, God.
Oh, we got to do Castlevania.
Well, that's not happening.
Yeah, I actually suggested Castlevania, and then I actually played the game, and I don't know that I would suffer that on anybody.
I think I could probably make it to the, like, the dungeon
I can make the
level.
Frankenstein pretty consistently, and anything after that is a miracle.
I have a save
divine
state
intervention.
in... I have a save state in the level where you fight death. I've had that save state for about the last 2 or 3 years now on the Wii Virtual Console.
That's where my
And
one is.
Every couple months I go back to it, I give it a shot, realize it's not going to happen.
So here's a kind of a neat little thing, because we're using the color palettes. The blocks
died.
that fall in the pyramid totally stand out.
Well, that's if you have your color palette where the sprite layer and the... So there's 2 ways to do the color palette, because the Game Boy only has 4 colors, maybe 5 if you're creative like Square. But the emulator is very easy to split the sprites and the backgrounds to make the same color look different. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why things stand out, is because you have the sprites as one color and the background is another, which the actual Game Boy hardware can't do, but the Super Game Boy can. Or is that what it's called? The Super Game Boy? The one you plug into the SNES?
Yeah, that was
Yes.
the Game Boy.
Yeah, that can do it. That's how
It was
all
a
the
Game
coloring
Boy
works in
all
that.
along.
Yeah,
I did not get one of those until the end of the N64 generation
Super
of
Game
gaming,
Boy?
so I never really fooled around with it.
I never had one because I had a Game Boy and that was enough.
But I had some guide from Nintendo Power full of like color combos you could do.
Right, yeah, I had that.
Yeah. Super Game Boy was fun. Had a lot of little neat extras and hidden things you could find.
I played Metroid 2 on a Super Game Boy for the first time. With game
They
facts
were
opened
actually
in a
going to
nearby
do like
window.
an enhanced
And the-
version of that, but they
And the last time too, right?
That's exactly right.
I beat Metroid 2 on the original Game Boy. Can you stop the Sphinxes? Yes, excellent. I beat it on the original Game Boy, and then I went back and I beat it like on my second try on with the best life, with the best time. But yeah, it's not very good.
No, it's just very not. I remember reading the Nintendo Power coverage of that, being infuriated that like the world overlapped.
The maps don't work. Like, how can you make a Metroidvania and you screw up both the most important and the most basic thing? The maps. Like, seriously.
So the Sphinx boss is down.
Awesome. I'm on him right now. Is he like Bowser that you just get past him?
Yeah, there's a button you could push, and I just fell down a pit.
Is that what that's supposed to be? A button?
It looks like... No, I don't think so.
I didn't think
it's
it
a
was
lollipop.
anything. I think it's just the end of the level.
It's a lollipop. It's candy. You kill him with candy goodness.
So I made the boss of that for the Talking Time
you-
Brothers 2 level, and I think Spoonie actually took that, and that was what inspired him to do like most of the bosses from that game.
And Talk Time Brothers 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get your controller sorted so you can play Talking Time Brothers, dude.
How long do I have
Especially
to
now
skip
that
this
they're
cutscene?
finishing that expansion up, finally.
Hopefully. I'm waiting until I actually see a download because it's been so long.
Well, for a while they just like didn't stop adding levels.
Yeah, it's like a whole nother game at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, they keep saying
It's
this is
bigger
the last
than the
level,
second game,
It is. It's more levels than the second game.
and it's harder. I mean, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it starts at the same difficulty as the second one, right? Like, roughly, the same as the second one ended.
Yeah, the idea was that it was going to be that difficulty curve was going to pick up where the second one left off.
Right.
Which I mean, it kind of has me a little bit apprehensive because
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, those guys are pretty good about not allowing bullshit, though, so we'll have to see what
true.
they come up with.
Well, that's why I'm scared because they're arguing over a level called the Tedious Cave.
that argument actually resolved itself because his idea was, well, the gimmick is it's called the Tedious Cave, so you go into it and then it is really tedious. I'm like, okay, that's a good joke, but it's still a shit level.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
he says he found a different way to do it. So good on him.
I haven't seen this level yet, but that does strike me as one of those things where, you know, just because you're trying to say it's tedious because it's a joke, you know, it's still tedious.
Ah, another hole. At least I won't have to worry about running out of lives, because...
You fall a lot faster in this than you do in most Marios, don't you?
Only if you walk off a platform. If you jump, you fall at regular speed. If you
Yeah,
walk
right,
off, you
obviously,
drop
yeah.
straight
There's
down.
some weird
Right, 'cause
physics
You have, like,
issues with this
Simon
game.
Belmont gravity going on.
It's more like Mega Man 1 Mega Man, right? Because he had a really weird jump arc if you dropped.
Was that just a thing with these archaic platformers? Was that just how they worked?
What's
I
that?
think so.
That when you got... That falling off a ledge and jumping were different, mechanically? Probably. Like, because I can see, code-wise, why that would happen.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was common, but I do remember a lot of games doing that.
That was an easy way to die. It's really slippy, the controls. Like, it's not bad, but I find
By
myself,
the
like...
way, World 2 in this game has the best music.
World 1 in this game has the best music. I love the music in World 1.
Yeah, I gotta go with World 1.
I think I nominated that for one of the Thunderdomes. Yeah, I did.
This game's
Aw.
a lot
tried
easier than I
to-
remember it.
Well,
I
you were
tried
probably...
to do the Thunderdome thing on another forum, and immediately everybody wanted to change all the rules to it. It's just not the same thing anymore.
I just have fun trolling the Thunderdomes anymore.
Yeah, I read your blog post on that. The hot pants showdown of the century.
Yeah. Well, at the beginning of that Thunderdome, people were like, let's do a Thunderdome, but no Final Fantasy music, because then Final Fantasy will just win. And I'm like, well, fuck you. Final Fantasy's got great music. Why would you have a music thing and exclude great music because it's great? That Thunderdome did inspire me to buy Space Channel 5, though, so that was good.
Have you finished that, or you still have issues with the audio sync?
Well, I bought the PS2 package,
Okay.
and the first game was fine, but the second game, yeah, it feels like there's like a half second of desync of input lag. So I don't know if that's just me sucking at the game, or if that was a problem with the port, or if it's a problem with playing the game on a PS3, I don't know.
Alright, these controls are not good when the game asks you to do pixel perfect jumps.
Yeah, it
Submarine
feels
level.
like it feels like running at full speed is a liability in this game, because even though they did make the good call of, you know, making the sprites smaller and making everything more reactable for the screen, you still get too close to things. You can't react on time.
Yeah. Some of the collision detection is a little weird too. I just died on a turtle that I was pretty sure I hit the top of.
Yeah, that's slightly off.
I want to play all my games in this color scheme now.
You like Wario Land in bright
it-
pink.
You're doing that in 150% speed, right?
Right,
You gotta
right.
combine the two.
I'm still waiting for Mega Man 2 150% speed, because if you can get through Quick Man, you are a god among men.
Nope, can't do it. Cannot do the lasers that quickly.
At least he admits
Oh
it.
yeah.
Yeah, there are some games that speeding up like that, just like Yoshi's Island is another one. I can't. Aiming the eggs at that speed is too finicky.
What happens when you die? Do you go back to the beginning of the world, or?
You cry.
Well, I mean, that's obvious.
Levels have checkpoints.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you lose all your lives, because I'm one life away from that right now.
Oh, that
I think
don't-
you start
that I
at the
don't know.
beginning of the world, I believe.
Okay.
I have, like, more lives than God, because I keep getting 2 and 3 ups in the bonus stage. It's like I would like a fire flower.
I hate the bonus
Okay.
stage. It's so dumb.
Oh, hey.
Here you go. Throw some dice. There's like.
Wait, what? So I guess I'm still alive at 0-0. Okay, good to know.
Okay, bullet bills come out of pipes in this game. That is wacky shack.
Yeah. It's not
Must
even
be
just
it-
the bullet bill comes out of pipes, their cannons come out of pipes.
Yeah, the bullet bill dispenser comes out of the pipe.
Someone actually had replicated that in one of the Talking Time 3 whatever levels, but they had to get rid of it because the way they had it working was glitchy, because...
SMDX is weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But he had it working for a while. If he hadn't had a boss fight immediately in the same level, he could have done it.
There are a
But
lot of Super Mario Land references in Talking Time Brothers. Like, a lot of dudes working on that love this game.
I feel like I started that with the pyramid level back in. I made that level for the expansion, and it didn't make it in the first expansion.
Oh, okay. Oh, so we have you to blame for that pyramid level.
And it was like twice as long originally, so I'm glad Spoony did what he did when he took it over.
Didn't you cut half of it out and put it in a different level?
No, he just cut it out.
Oh.
And it was a bad design choice that he cut out, because I had this stupid tower that you went down on a lift while fireballs were being thrown at you. So it was bullshit. And
Oh, yeah, no, thank God that people working on that game actually have the gumption to remove bad levels and things.
yes.
So what if I'm okay with just taking the octopus and going home? Like, that doesn't seem that bad. I mean, this seems like a lot of trouble, when I'd be perfectly happy with the octopus.
In Japan, that's a legitimate option.
Oh, Japan.
It's funny because they have
Ah.
panties and vending machines.
Oh, I'm way behind everybody else.
Where is everybody? I'm in 3-1.
I'm in,
I
the,
just made 3-1. I'm at the very beginning.
I'm in the hot pink world.
I'm in 3-2.
And I just fell down a pit. That's where I'm at. So there are more than one checkpoint in these levels.
Cool.
I can confirm that since I've died twice in this stage.
Yeah, I died twice with the submarine stage.
Okay, so
I might have died
need
3
to
times
jump
in
on a
submarine
rock
stage.
in that last part. I don't need to go over the pit.
Is anyone else having trouble, like, turning around in midair, or is it just my controller here?
You're not really supposed to be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't. You can kind of arrest your forward momentum, but you cannot actually turn around.
Which
I
was,
can-
it's similar to Mario.
It's very
Super
on Mario.
Okay,
No,
I don't
Super
know how to
Mario-
get.
Super Mario Brothers works that way.
I don't know
I
how to
can
get
turn
out of this
around,
situ-
it's just sticky.
Okay. Okay, that's how you get out of that situation. Oh, they're making.
And I
the moving
died on the
flat.
same pit.
Oh, this. No, do not follow me over. Oh!
Yeah, there was a part where I had one of those wing...
Yeah,
head
that's
things.
that's
He
the
was
part,
following
right?
me.
And then you are on the moving platforms, and you can't get them off the screen. Yeah, no, that's a part of the game. That's definitely something that happens to people. Maybe or maybe not named Destil.
I'm actually starting to have some bad memories. I do remember this level. This was the one that I was never able to get
Oh,
past
God.
as a kid. This would be 3-2 would end my game, but I'm past it now.
So it's going to be your World 8-2 like Narcotis.
So this game was kind of the first game that came out that showed people that, hey, the Game Boy is not just for, like, Tetris. And little mini puzzle games and things. You can do, like, a real epic game on it.
Well, this came out at the same time as Tetris.
Yeah, this was a launch title, at least in the U.S.
Oh, was it?
Maybe not in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I learned something.
I think there's only, like, 4 games when the thing came out.
I never had
I'm
a
back
Game
at
Boy
1-1.
for many years.
Do I have to hold the button?
I think by the time I got my Game Boy, Mario Land 2 was out.
Mario Land 2 that's about the time I got a Game Boy.
And I remember that was the first issue of Nintendo Power that I ever got, was the Mario Land 2 issue.
I jumped in a hole. I'm rad.
I got my Game Boy in 7th grade, so let me think about when that would have been. I don't know what was out yet. My first game for it was definitely Final Fantasy Adventure, though. I remember that. Such a good game.
One of my first was Final Fantasy Legend 2, but I never
That's such a good game, too. Yeah.
I have Legend 1, and I enjoy that game, but I don't think I will ever actually beat it.
I've finished Legend 2 so many times. That's my favorite 8-bit RPG in all honesty.
I was too young to really appreciate Legend 2 at the time. Like, I couldn't figure out a lot of how to do things in it, so...
Down a pit I go.
I was pretty young when I first got my Game Boy, so I don't really remember. I just remember I got it around the time it came out, so I got Tetris and Mario Land with it.
Fucking invisible coin block knocked me into a hole. There's not even a coin in it, it's just a block. It's just a fucking block.
So I died and went back to 1-1. I guess that's the thing that happens in this game.
Whoops. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know if there's something like the Mario
Yeah,
Brothers
like hold
where
down the
there's a
button.
code.
Yeah, I didn't try.
Seriously, in 3-3, there's a block. There's no coin, there's no mushroom. It's just a block that you hit, and then you fall into a hole. It's right by the checkpoint.
Oh my god, this
Did
jump...
I see that? I don't remember that. Oh yeah, that block. That, you can't actually reach the next platform without that invisible block.
Okay, but put a coin in it. Or something.
Instead of a troll face.
Exactly.
No. But yeah, because if you don't know it's there, then you're probably going to go in that hole.
The designers were like, you know what? 20 years from now, they will have the perfect JPEG to go with this.
Alright.
Okay, I've lost like
Going to
10
4.
levels in this stupid level.
Going level 4 now.
Nick is
And
asking
it's
questions about
partly because there's that stalactite that falls. And I've been letting it like panic me, but it really doesn't fall fast enough to be a threat.
You say he's asking you questions about Mega Man 4?
No, about Cam Studio. I guess he's trying to get his recording set up. He wanted to do the pentathlon, but he wasn't available.
Do you think you'll be able to do a third heat, or do you think you've milked out the interest on it?
There are people that wanted to do it that couldn't do it this late, or couldn't do it on a Thursday or Friday or whatever night it is.
It's just the problem is going to be finding 4 people who want to do it who can all be available at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like herding cats, you people. Okay, the music in World 4 is pretty awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Well, see, what was crazy is when we did the Mega Man 2 race, we spent 3 hours waiting for somebody.
Jesus.
And then I immediately found out that I had a friend that would have done it if I'd asked him right away.
Yeah, 3 hours. No, screw that.
Yeah. I really want to race Mega Man 2, so if anyone else who didn't wants to...
Oh, I'm sure you'll have no problem finding more
Yeah,
people.
I know. It's just a question. I haven't asked because I haven't had time recently to actually do it, but...
I mean, Narcotis and I have already done it. So.
Yeah.
And I think you beat everybody in the race that I was in.
I felt bad because we did that just as a lark at the end of that video, and then, like, the next day, like, hey, let's do Mega Man 2. I'm like, oh, okay, But yeah, I think I did. I think I whomped all your times. I think Narcotis did, too.
He didn't beat the game, though.
No, but the only reason he didn't is because Sofin finished DuckTales.
I still regret not having Umbi's audio, though, because he was totally bantering with me the whole time.
Well, get him back for the second Mega Man 2.
Like, seriously, I'll just take the bug. I'm okay with that. That's the happy ending.
You're weird. Like, that's very odd.
Like, you get the hard carapace.
He sees this awful alien bug creature. He's like slick back there, like, hello, ladies.
Okay, now I got lucky with the lives, and I have 10, so maybe I'll actually make it to the end of the game this time.
Oh,
see, I'm reminded of that Kerrigan costume. Oh, there's the invisible block Brick mentioned.
That one that looks like it's a Photoshop?
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Alright, something else I've learned. Bullet bills do not follow the same rules as piranha plants.
No.
You can't just stand next to the pipe.
That is true.
Oh, goody, I have a continue.
How'd you get it?
I don't know, but it said continue times 1, so...
Maybe.
And I
points?
went to the beginning of 3-3.
There's a
Maybe
points
it's a
thing.
score thing or something weird like that.
Oh,
This game's weird physics are actually starting to help me out now. Like, I'll be in the middle of a jump arc going really slow, and then all of a sudden speed up and catch a platform.
Yeah, once you get used to them, they're alright.
yeah, stepping off the edge of a platform is still pretty much death, though. Like if you're not intending to, it's just you fall so fast.
Yeah. Ah, crap.
Ah, crap.
Rockin' Cats.
He knows.
I played that game as a kid. I didn't think it was that bad when I was like 6.
It's not bad.
And like I said, it's not like I practice it a lot or anything. That was part of the reason why I suggested it. It was like, okay, I think this will be something that everybody can handle.
And that's a hard determination to make, because my games like that, it's like, oh, Mega Man 3, anybody can handle that.
Oh god, yeah, like in a Mega Man game, I'll be completely
So
screwed.
much for my
Okay.
continues.
Like, that's like only an hour long or so. That's okay.
Mega Man 3 would be fine without a couple of choice like Zombie Woodman is just ridiculous.
Yes.
He's utterly insane and he's stupid because the only way they made him harder is he just does stupid damage.
And
I think my favorite thing about the Doc Robot is that they made Metal Man weak to Magnet Man.
Yeah, that's
And
clever.
that
I love Doc Robot in concept. It's just a couple of those Quickman and Woodman are just they're terrible design.
Airman 2 is really hard.
Airman's not that bad. The thing that's weird about Airman is his hitbox seems to be a little bit lower, in my opinion, than it is in the original game. And so I can't pull off the thing where I jump and shoot right above the tornado and hit him, but, I mean, the Spark Shock does kill him fast enough that it doesn't really matter.
The hitbox is the same. What you're having a problem with is the Doc Robot sprite is much larger.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's actually the problem with a lot of the, like, Flashman. Like, I think they cleaned up the Flashman fight a lot. It's a lot easier to actually trap him into a really repeatable pattern, where in the first game in Mega Man 2 he's really random, but he just doesn't do enough damage that it matters. In 3 he does stupid amounts of contact damage, but you can actually get him into a pattern. It's just ridiculously tight, and that hitbox for Doc Robot just makes it really hard to pull off consistently. Like, I can almost get him with the arm cannon, but not quite, without using an E-Tank.
Flashman or Doc Robot Flashman?
Flashman Doc Robot.
I think my favorite Doc Robot fight is the Bubble Man fight, because it's got that awesome glitch.
Yeah, it is a pretty cool glitch. Bubbleman's a fun fight anyway. I'll fight him for fun.
So who else was it that died and had to start over?
I died and had to start over, and had no continues. So start over for reals.
Well, my continue's gone, so I'm back in World 1-2 right now.
Well, I'm in 2-2, so yeah. I am starting to get a hang of the physics, sort of. And then I run off a platform the instant I say that. Physics, yes. Jump button, apparently not quite so much.
Ah, crap. You know,
Oh,
another
so my
Mario
life's
game
a
I'd like to
checkpoint.
play, if it ever actually gets finished, is that Mushroom Kingdom Fusion or whatever.
Huh?
Huh?
Is it a
It's
ROM
some
hack?
game maker game, and it's got, like, there's a level where you go into Bubble Man stage as
Oh,
Mario.
my mushroom. There was a mushroom in that block, but it went in the hole.
There's a Mario Land level, and there's a Tetris level, and there's a level where you fight the B-boss from Mario Paint for some reason.
I'm very skeptical about games like that. 'Cause anytime I see a game like that, my first thought is, oh, somebody else made I want to be the guy.
The checkpoints seem pretty frequent in this game, at least.
Yeah, they are, which is nice. Especially considering you're sending back to 1-1 every so often.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get sent back to 1-1-2 Brick?
No.
No.
No,
Well,
see,
other
I'm
people.
good at games.
You being the second person plural.
No, I'm in 4-3 with 12 lives.
On 150% speed.
In hot pink. It's the hot pink that's doing it. It's such a friendly motif.
Yeah, see, the Hellboy color
Damn
is
it.
not helping me. because the Hellboy just makes it into Mario's Insane Rampage.
I can't wait to see these stupid colors you got.
It's really not as bad as it sounds. It's just Mario's all red and everything else is blue.
It's wild.
But his skin is like bright red, so I just decided to go with it.
The only thing that saved me from having to go back is that I've been getting really lucky with these bonus games and getting lives.
That's really where it is, because...
Yeah, that's the second run is going much better because of that for me.
Shit. Though I spoke too soon. I'm on 4-3, but I have no lives, and I got a stupid flower.
Although sometimes that flower is a really good thing to have.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to not, to get an extra hit. Like, World 4-3 is a side-scrolling stage, so the fire part doesn't really help me much, or Super Ball part, excuse me.
Go weapon! Weapon!
I love that none of the enemies' names got translated, so if you ever actually look them up on the wiki, they're all weird stuff.
It's appropriate just because this is a weird game.
So Mario's gonna take the fly because it's actually that Kerrigan cosplayer.
Cool, 1-up. Alright.
People always talk about how Super Mario Land is very un-Mario-like, but what they don't remember is, like, when this game came out, there weren't that many Mario games.
No, there was no such thing as Mario like yet, because you had Mario Brothers, which is completely different than Super Mario Brothers.
And of course, Super Mario Brothers 2 was...
Which, terrible. It was active,
And I don't think 3 was out yet either.
No, well, I think 3 might have been out before this. I'd have to look.
For the strange aesthetic, I think it does copy Super Mario Brothers, which I really think is what it's trying to do, is be Super Mario Brothers on Game Boy. Pretty interestingly. Even up to copying parts of the level design, I was noticing. Did you see, like, Mario Brothers copies itself a lot.
Yes.
And this game hasn't been very different.
I know, I like that it's kind of a strange fever dream kind of Mario game.
I love the can is the star music.
Yes.
There is a strange logic, though. Like, every level seems to have a different international theme. The first level being kind of a desert, the third level having, like, that Easter Island thing going, fourth level being, Chinese, I guess?
Okay, we can race Mario is missing next.
Oh, what about Mario's Time Machine?
Somewhere I still have the Windows version of that. I actually debated digging it out for that Mario challenge, and I thought, no, I don't hate myself that much.
Shit.
Yeah, I didn't do anything for the Mario challenge.
I've done a couple of
You've
things
done
so
this
far.
now.
That's true. Well,
I did Yoshi's Safari, thinking, well, that's a quick one I can do really fast, and I remember kind of enjoying it as a kid.
Is that the Super Scope one?
Wow, yeah.
Yes.
Also, I'm a big fan of Battle Clash and Metal Combat.
Right.
oh.
Anyway, Yoshi's Safari did not hold up, like, at all.
How many times did you shoot Yoshi in the back?
A couple times.
I don't even know what
Mostly-
Yoshi's Safari is. What was it, a Super Scope game?
Yeah, it was a Super Scope game.
Oh my God.
Where you, like, it had, like, this interesting mechanic where if you had two players, someone could play Yoshi and control the character while Mario was shooting on the back. But I was just playing by myself, 1, and 2, every level is just basically a palette swap of the last one. Damn it.
Doesn't it
They
have
don't
like
do
a?
anything interesting with the Mario license, so all the enemies are basically just coming forward. That's
Doesn't it have all the Koopalings as bosses?
Yeah, it does have the Koopa Kids, and that was the last one to use them until,
Like on the Wii.
Superstar Saga, yeah.
Let me ask you this about the Super Scope. Okay, you look at the design of the NES Zapper, and then you look at the design of the Super Scope. How can a company make a light gun that good, and then turn around and make one that crappy? That's what
That's a
You know
good
what makes
question.
me
Anyway,
sad is
Alive,
that you know how many zappers my friend has destroyed just for the sake of making a Captain N costume?
I've done that a couple times.
And he gutted
At
a
least-
Power Glove at one point.
At least I only had to go back to 8-3. I really got to beat the game though on this play though.
So the spike section is pretty weird.
You can actually buy belts that are Nintendo controller belts.
I believe that.
Just don't get an Atari controller.
What came first? The Sega Genesis Menacer or the Super Scope?
I don't know what the Menacer is. Is that the Genesis light gun?
Yeah, it's the Genesis
Yes,
version.
Genesis
It was
light gun.
also bazooka type. Pretty much the exact same thing.
Jesus, I didn't even know there was such an animal.
Yeah, that would make me
Sounds
wonder
terrible.
if the Menacer came first, that might be why Nintendo just copied. But
I can
don't
see
know.
that.
I can't imagine
I don't know
Nintendo
for sure.
copying just anything from.
yeah, that does seem like a very un-Nintendo thing to do. God damn it.
Okay, so next race we can race Sega Genesis Aladdin.
Well, this is not happening.
Sega Genesis Aladdin. I haven't played that game for you. I hate that game.
Yeah,
I'll race it, but I will just cuss the whole time.
I was thinking about playing it
So
again.
what you're
just
saying
to,
is it
like,
would be entertaining.
remember.
That's the point.
I actually never played the Super Nintendo one, so I was surprised to see how different it was.
Yeah, I had memories of the Genesis game being awesome, and then I saw Brick's Let's Play of Super Nintendo Aladdin. You know, you just can't go back after that.
That's true.
No, it's a much better game.
Like, I was thinking about going back to the Genesis game, but then I saw the Game Grumps play it, and I realized, no, I don't want to do that.
Why
I wish they had finished that playthrough, though.
That's true. Yeah. But the Cave of Wonders level is such BS, so I don't blame them for not.
Yeah, but the from the lap level's legitimately fun.
Yeah, that's true, but I don't know. it's just bad.
Sounds dejecting. Oh no. Oh no, lad, no.
The one thing that the Genesis version has is that the character sprites look very good.
See, I don't think
Yeah.
they do.
Oh yeah.
I honestly don't. I think the NES ones look more colorful and.
Here's what's
Well,
really weird, though. The Game Boy version of Aladdin is a port of the Genesis one.
Is it really?
It is strange.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
know
actually
that.
owned that version. I mean,
Like-
a port to the point to where the codes for it are the same and everything.
Wow. That surprises
Oh, yeah.
me.
Yeah, that is interesting. I'm gonna check that out now.
Okay, I'm doing much better in World 3 this time. And then I fell down a hole, because that's what happens when you say things like that.
Inevitably, yes.
Brick, well, how are you doing?
I'm on. Hold on. Level
it.
1, floor 7 of Quark.
Damn it. And now I have to go back to World 1-1. Great!
This is a nice, quick, easy game that everybody will finish. And
Yeah, for a game
It
none of us
was
have probably
nice
played
and-
in 12 years. I mean, who suggested this even? Anyway, they're...
That's okay, I'm having... Oh, the rocks apparently can kill you if they land on top of you.
most rocks can, yes.
It's like, hi, I'm your helpful, happy platform, except for when I land on your head.
Oh god! Bullet bills can jump out of their pipes when you're standing on them. Piranha plants can't. Huh.
Okay, now I have to remember that there's that troll block.
Keep that troll block.
And I fell off the rock and then it crushed me. Okay, that death was legitimately bullshit. The rock spawned on top of me in midair, and it did it again! I was in midair and it just appeared and killed me. So this time I'm not gonna jump there because fuck that.
I feel bad because I had to ignore Nick when he's asking a question because I'm busy playing Quark. And now apparently he figured out whatever his problem was. I'm like, oh, I could have helped him. Sorry, Nick. Not really, that sorry. This game's hard. Why do I have this?
Ow.
Oh, jeez, I think
See, and I
was
don't have
pretty-
any other Game Boy ROMs to play if I ever beat this.
I'm gonna have to play Castlevania Legends, and we don't want that, now do we?
No!
Which one is Castlevania Legends?
The bad one we were talking about in the Castlevania. Well, okay, one of there's one good Game Boy Castlevania, and that's Belmont's Revenge. The other two are terrible, and the Legends is the terrible one that came out in 1996.
Okay.
Like
Is that the
it
one that
plays
you
it
lost
plays
your
like
footage of?
Castlevania Adventure, which came out in whatever like the second year the Game Boy was out in. Only it has a whole lot of text.
I played the one with the
And-
girl who didn't like
Yeah, it's the one with Sonya.
it. Okay.
She got retconned out of existence, which I like the character kind of like. I think she fits into the series well enough, or she looks enough
Yeah.
like Richter, like kind of generic anime that that is a troll block. I survived though. It did not actually kill me, but I think she kind of fits in like with the kind of generic anime look that Richter kind of has going on in his game. But just everything else about that game is just, and the way she's used in the game is terrible. No, she deserved to be retconned out of existence, sadly.
Didn't they try to imply that she and Alucard hooked
Yes,
up or something?
that's everything they do with her is terrible.
It's like,
Like, I like-
she and Alucard shacked up, and that's where Simon came from.
Yep,
Wait, what?
that was really where they were going with that, or at least Simon's father or something like Trevor.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That's retarded.
someone thought that was a good
I'm
idea.
glad that I wasn't like throwing that out there and it was outlandish. I'm glad that that's actually what somebody played the game.
If you get all 5 of the special items, that's what you get as a reward. Is you get to see the shot of like there's more conversation between her and Alucard, and you get the shot of her holding a little baby that's kind of implied to be either Trevor or maybe Trevor's father.
Wow.
Yeah,
Castlevania
didn't know
canon
that.
is stupid.
yeah.
Yeah, I always kind of wish that Sonya had been in another game that was better, but I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That's dumb.
Like
They had to retcon her out so they could put in Maria being obsessed with breasts.
Right.
they're gonna, I'm surprised they didn't bring her back for Legends just for Maria to oogle her. I got the flower, and I've got 1 life. This is
Well,
gonna end badly.
they found all those dummied out quotes and things from Symphony. I wonder if there's just a voice track in Symphony of the Night where she's just like, "Oh, tweak my nipples." Like, maybe there is. I don't know.
I've actually heard those. I actually ripped those from my Symphony disc.
Yeah,
all
World
those
4's
audio
music
files.
is pretty awesome. I will agree.
Because I was trying to rip the soundtrack files. Hello, Troll Block.
How do I do this?
Because that was before I had the soundtrack, and so I actually ripped the audio from the disc itself.
Does she take 2 Super Balls?
She takes all the Super Balls she can get.
She gets back up after I stomp on her. That was your cue for more innuendo.
Oh no, I've met my quota. I'm good.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Yep. Always there to help.
Oh, shoot. And then there's the bearded guy that throws rocks at you. So, World 3 down.
Me too.
Is Brick the only one that's beaten the game so far, then?
I believe
Looks
so.
like.
I think
Yeah,
Adrian got sent back.
I went from being to second place all the way to last place.
So they didn't
one
give
fell
you a
swoop.
continue?
They did give me a continue actually,
Okay.
and then I squandered all that.
I'd really love to know how or if I earn a continue, but I'm not going to die to find out.
Yeah.
It's probably
I'm
just
actually-
something silly like get 1,000,000 points or something. Dude.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got one or not. I didn't have to use one, so.
I'm stocking
I
up
think
on
there's actually a
Rise to
level
hopefully
in
not do
Talking
that
Time
again.
3, whatever, that's got this song from World 4 in it.
Is there? It's a good
Does it have the
song.
little dancing girls?
The hopping zombies, yeah.
They're zombies?
Yeah, there's some kind of weird Chinese thing. The only reason
Yeah,
I know
some-
that is because I've got a book that's got stat blocks for them in Pathfinder.
The only reason I know that is because those enemies are in Spelunky.
Wow, there's a ridiculous
Those
number
enemies
of
are
those
in a
there.
lot
They're
of
like
different games.
some weird, like Jinsari or something like that.
Yeah.
I think one of the characters from Darkstalkers is one of those.
Oh yeah, with the
Oh,
weird
yeah.
thing on their face, yeah.
Darkstalkers is an awesome game.
I've never heard
Because
of
it has Baby Bonnie Hood.
I don't.
Baby Bonnie Hood is the greatest fighting game character ever.
World?
You've never heard of Darkstalkers Brick? Why can't I talk tonight?
Dark Waffles?
But you've heard of the characters, though,
I've heard
because
of
Morgan
Dark
and
Waffles.
Felicia-
I've heard of them
okay.
at the Evil IHOP.
Okay,
Just,
I will continue.
you know.
Like, I'm familiar with the name because
Okay.
whatever, but no, I've never played or whatever.
I'm not a huge fan of it, but, you know.
Baby Bonnie Hood is a character that looks like Little Red Riding Hood, except she uses Uzis and grenades and crap.
Oh god, how do you get past... Oh.
Street Fighter with Universal Monsters. Pretty fun.
Okay.
Oh, apparently how you get past that is the checkpoints are super permissive, and they'll just push you a screen or two ahead of where you died. That's how you get past it. You can't stomp on the bullet bills? Oh, this is my last
These
Mario.
platforms are kind of weird. I don't think there's any platforming in Mario 1 that's that way.
Oh, it's okay. I think I'm back at 1-1 again, too. Yep.
I refuse to go back to 1-1 again. I may not have a choice in the matter, but I refuse, damn it. Okay, give me some bonus lives. Chew up, good.
Man, this level's difficult.
The only reason that I know about Quirk is because he's in Captain SNES.
And Captain what?
It's a Sprite comic.
Oh, okay.
I think I bought this game
Um,
from a pawn shop for $6.
The only reason I know about Quirk is that he was a cartoon character in...
On the Acclaim Power Team?
Yeah, yeah. Which I did watch.
I don't even know what that is.
Didn't they have... Wasn't Kuros on that, but he was like
Yeah.
a He-Man written a rip-off?
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much. Which is kind of what his art looks like in the on the covers, because he's Fabio.
Yeah.
Had that, but no, the funniest one is that it had, a basketball player from Arch Rivals and Monster Truck.
Alright, we played some...
I don't remember
we
if the
played some
Monster
Arch Rivals.
Truck talked or not.
It was Bigfoot.
I think it talks. I'm pretty sure it talks.
A talking Monster Truck, yep.
I do
Basically
remember
take-
Arch Rivals.
It was
Take
the
Captain
80s.
N, Brick, and add a bunch of second-string video game characters instead of the Mega Man and... Oh, Samus wasn't even in the Captain N. She was only in the comics, wasn't she?
Yeah.
But,
And she
yeah.
was like the romantic rival.
Yeah, that was so terrible.
It was weird. But,
I hung out in the Captain N fandom for way too long.
I'm kind of weirded out that the Captain N fandom is a thing.
That's actually where I heard about Bubble Bath Babes, because Mark Moore was a big fan of that game.
Nobody is a big fan of Bubble Bath Babes, okay? What the... No, I refuse to believe it.
I'm not surprised there's a fandom, and I'm also not surprised that it's terrible because, well, fandoms.
Yeah, I was a staff member on the Captain N network homepage for years until the webmaster pissed me off.
Okay, that ladder just ripped me off of a 3-up.
Troll ladder. Troll face dot ladder.
Cue the troll song. La, 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 la.
I love that song. So good.
Someone should take a screenshot of Mario 3 when you rescue the princess and she does the whole "your princess is in another castle" line and just paste the troll face on her there. Ah, that should have been a 3-up and I screwed it up. Okay, 4-3.
Alright, I think I got this level figured out now. Word of warning, don't play Quirk. It's
Friends don't let friends play Quirk.
It's weird because I was talking to a friend about that game last week, but he really likes it. I've never played it, so. Oop.
I guess if I have to fill my screen with something, I'll just have to download Lock and Chase again or something.
Battletoads.
I think I've got some Game Boy Advance rounds I can load up. But I'm probably going to be last, so it doesn't matter.
I don't know. I got
Lock
the
and
Back to
Chase
World
is
War
actually-
1
is
more
this-
recently. And
I
they
really
have
like
not...
Lock and Chase as a Game Boy game because it's like a Pac-Man, but it's Pac-Man with improvements on it. Like you're this robber robbing banks, so you have to get all the dots like in Pac-Man, but instead of the ghost, you have cops.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get different tricks and stuff, so you can like open locked doors or things like that.
Okay, I don't have this level figured out. I thought I did, but turns out I got
All the
brain
coins in the world.
Is that that's an isometric puzzle game, right?
problems. That's not isometric.
Is it?
No.
Oh. Might be thinking of something else.
One thing I noticed about Game Boy Advance games after Game Boy Advance emulation became a thing and I tried a bunch of games, there was a lot of really disappointing Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah.
There's like 3 Kim Possible games. And, like,
Oh, I remember. Yeah, you ranted about that.
You would
once.
think if there's a Disney property you can make an excellent action platformer out of, it'd be Kim Possible.
You know what I'm sad that they never made a Disney Capcom game out of is the Gummy Bears.
Oh, that would have been so good.
Yeah, that was kind of
Because
off the air
the characters
before.
are like based around jumping. You have the premise right there. All right, final boss. And I exploded. So now what I'm wondering is if... Okay, there's a mushroom right there. I bet there's just random hands that come out of the pipes and punch at you.
Yeah, and are they used anywhere else in that level, or is that the only place in the entire game that those
That's the
are?
only place that I saw them.
Yeah, that's the only spot that I know of.
That's weird.
Isn't it though? It's very strange.
And I exploded on the final boss again. But I've got 12 lives, so I totally got this, you guys.
I've built up a steady stream of lives, but I'm losing them all on 3-2.
If I lose 11 lives on the final boss, then I maintain the gamer cred that I've had, I guess, because I've already lost my gamer cred. Okay, I need to last more than 2 seconds against this boss. Not sitting where his fireballs are would probably be a good idea to start with.
This isn't gonna work.
You know, I think I'm going to just say that most of this soundtrack of this game is pretty badass. 'Cause
Yeah.
I forgot how
Yeah.
catchy the 4-3 theme was.
Alright, Nick is still messaging me. I better stop ignoring him.
He's like, Brick Road, why? What have I done? Damn it!
Okay. I was just
I'm
looking
just
for
glad
an
that
excuse
there's
to
a-
click away from Cork. So, I think what I should do is give Adrian the zip for the pentathlon and see what kind of time he gets.
I would enjoy that.
Alright, I'll paste it in the Skype chat.
Cool, thank you.
Instead of actually running it, you mean?
Yeah, because we don't need to record him doing it, but...
I really enjoyed that pentathlon. I mean,
Yeah, that was great.
I will confess that I knew that there was the match 3 one because Nari kind of let that slip, but I didn't know it was World 6 or anything like that.
Okay.
I expect to do terrible at the pentathlon because I'm not good at video games, but it'll still be fun.
I don't want to explain the rules again, so you'll kind of have to figure it out. But you will have to use the FCUX emulator.
Okay.
But finish
All right.
finish Mario Land first. You are honor bound.
Mario Land down.
God, this level is supposed to be one of the easy levels. Why am I stuck? The hot pink color scheme is failing me.
That's your new default Game Boy Color thing.
I haven't done a Game Boy game in a long time, but yeah, usually when I do, I say pea green, whatever.
You should do more of the Game Boy Mega Mans.
Eh.
They're pretty repetitive. I mean, like, of the NES games, they're not bad games, but...
I don't want to do a Mega Man game just to do a Mega Man game. I feel like I've got the Mega Man games out of the way that are actually meaningful to me.
I mean, you did the only Game Boy Mega Man game that's really at all unique.
Right. The only other
So-
one I've played is Mega Man 2, which is really good. You get the pogo stick in it.
Yeah, Mega Man 2 is awesome. The first one's really bad, and the rest of them, 2 and 3 are pretty good.
Oh, they're definitely good games.
I had 4 on the Game Boy, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I seem to remember that I really, really liked the title screen song to it, though.
It's a Mega Man game.
Like, for a while, it actually replaced the Mega Man 2 theme in my head as the Mega Man theme. And that sounds blasphemous, but... it happened.
There's a surprising number of games on the Game Boy with really good music.
It had a pretty good synthesizer, didn't it? Like,
Yeah,
the
and like,
technology of it.
so the thing is, it came with those the 2 headphones too, so you actually see a lot of things that actually make good use of stereo separation,
Right.
because, you know, the built-in speaker was crap.
You might want to explain, too, what you meant earlier when you said that Squaresoft was...
Oh, okay. So,
because
so,
I'm
like-
sure people are wondering about that.
right, so like, okay, and Final Fantasy Legend 2 is a good example of this. The Game Boy screen, the original, has 4 colors, but the screen itself, the actual physical surface of the screen, is slightly lighter when it's powered off than it is when you have it on the lightest color, on the white, effectively. So with certain special effects, like the flare spell in Final Fantasy Legend 2, they would turn the screen off for a second in order to kind of simulate the idea of it being brighter than anything else.
Which is
So
cool
they-
and ingenious.
It's brilliant. And Square did a lot of stuff like that with all of their early 8-bit games. I mean, they're always really good about clever little technical tricks they could pull off. And these days, they just don't know how to budget.
Did anyone see that they just announced Final Fantasy Tactics for smartphones?
Hasn't that been a thing for a while?
Yeah,
like,
it's been out for a while.
No, like
Android, you
like
mean,
a
as
brand
opposed
new
to-
game.
Really?
Yeah, I need to actually play
Yeah,
Tactics.
Tactics S. Now, on the one hand, like, I enjoyed Tactics Advance. I never played A2. So I don't, I like the Tactics games enough to where I want to play another one. On the other hand, I just don't trust them with smartphone games anymore.
I
don't think they know what
the
they're
Chrono
doing.
Trigger port. I got my buddy of mine is playing the Final Fantasy V port they just released,
Mhm.
and apparently it's really good. But if you look at the graphics, they're just fucking awful.
See, and
They're
Final
awful.
Fantasy V is probably my favorite old school Final Fantasy. Just because it's the first one that I played after 7, because I'm one of those people.
Have you seen the graphics for the iPhone or the whatever Final Fantasy V?
I haven't.
I have not.
They're just balls.
No.
It's like
Are they 3D?
No. It's picture the Final Fantasy Dimension sprites, except not
Okay.
that good looking.
Oh,
That's hard. That's
Wow.
hard. I don't think I have that much imagination, Brick.
That's what I mean. They're awful.
So it's like not just a port. They tried to
Well, no,
pretty it up, but
it's
The real question is if they kept the translation from the advanced version, because that translation was awesome.
one thing it was. But one thing they added is
Agreed.
they added 8-directional movement, so it's easier to navigate through the maps using the touchscreen, which is nice. But it's like it just looks just like a bag of dicks. Just like a bag of leaky, unattractive, leprous dicks.
So is everybody done playing Mario Land, or
I'm still on 4-1.
I'm 3-1, and I have almost no lives because the ladder has stolen them from me 3 times.
Alright, well I'm gonna take a bio break and get a new drink. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Quick, everybody talk bad about him.
That red guy
Now's your chance.
is quite a capital fellow, isn't he?
By Jove!
Yeah, I slept with his girlfriend.
So
And he's cool with it. That's why he's awesome. No rock here? Okay, there's no rock here. I'll just jump.
That's a good idea.
Oh! That rock killed me out of nowhere. It's sad because I'm at the end of the levels and I'm looking at the timer like, okay, I can run down that whole thing trying to get to the exit because I really need the lives. I'm guessing it is 1,000,000 points when you get a continue.
I don't know if I got one. I don't know how many points I had either, though.
You'll hit 1,000,000 pretty quick. I just hit it 3-1 at the end, and I playing
Alrighty.
particularly well.
And I gotta think of what I'm gonna fill my screen with.
I'm telling you, man, Disney's Mulan.
I already had a bad game experience with Dragon Warrior.
Well, you can play the Dragon Warrior Game Boy Color game now.
It's supposedly better because there's less of it. That's right. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. They went from a 12-hour game to a 5-hour game,
Yeah,
and it's 4 hours better.
It's true. There are so many Dragon Warrior fans right now going, "Yeah, fuck these guys."
I like Dragon Warrior
They made
3
a
and
Desert
4
Strike
and
for the Game
9.
Boy Color?
They made a what for the Game Boy Color? Dude, they made a
Desert
Mortal
Strike.
Kombat for the original Game Boy, so I don't know what your deal is, but...
A lot of these
I
games don't have no business being on the Game Boy. Oh, this level.
I owned Mortal Kombat for the... That's the only version of Mortal Kombat I've ever owned, was the one on the original Game Boy.
had
That's-
a Tiger Electronics version of Mortal Kombat.
Oh.
Was it
I
like
think
2
I might have had that
characters?
too. But then what wasn't made into a Tiger Electronics in the mid-90s?
Let's see, I had a Lion King Tiger Electronics, I had a Sonic Pinball, I had a Symphony of the Night, some kind of Castlevania.
Wait, what? How does that even work?
It was relatively terrible, like every other.
So, like, you dodge the Dracula's fireballs as Alucard, and that's the entire game?
Yeah. Yeah, if there was there were several Legend of Zelda Tiger Electronics, or well, Game & Watches, but same deal.
Well, some
Yeah.
of the
So I can believe a Symphony of the Night one.
Some of the Game & Watches though were actually quality little things. And I've never played a
Yeah.
Tiger game that was any good.
That's true.
Alright, I got my Lock and Chase on. I actually thought about this being a fun game to do in a micro thread. And this dude totally has Brick Road's hat.
No, my hat's safely on my zombie head. I don't have any clue. I'm not making any progress in this pork level. My fault for playing pork, I guess.
Amusingly, in this game, when you get a star, it's also the can-can music.
I think this is the first time I've actually found a bonus level. Oh, hey, there's coins in those blocks. Nice.
Uh-oh. No! I sealed myself in. Somebody's poking me
Not me.
on Skype.
Nope, still not me. I can't reach that far.
I won't tell Peanut, don't worry.
Okay. Last boss with 14 lives. I think I can do this.
You had better. Goodness.
So I have told you, Brick, that since you talk about Peanut all the time, but we've never seen her, I picture her as, what is it, Vera from Cheers? Norm's wife?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, because they never showed her.
Right.
Alright, who's poking me on Skype? Ah, it's my buddy Cran.
Oh!
Trying to get me to watch something on YouTube, so that will come later.
Oh, I've been stuck in this level the whole time Adrian's been stuck in Mario Land.
Well, I'm not stuck anymore.
Was that it?
Yeah, that's it. Didn't even... 14 lives, I didn't need any of them.
But if you had only one life, then you would have died. That's the way
that's
that works.
Let me see. What time is it? It is
Alright.
1:11 a.m. So, time to pee.
I have to say, this has been the perfect way to end what has been one of the best days I've had in a while, you guys.
Oh, good for that, you.
Oh, good. We're glad you could enjoy it.
And then I got mugged by cops in this game.
I'm in 3-3 with 6 lives, so hopefully I can bring this home, but...
You can do it!
If I can actually get a... I keep every time out. Jeez, I'm at this guy. Okay. Oh, that's right, there's a boss here. Oh, you just take the hit and run.
Oh, I got caught by the cops. Game over.
I hope you realize, though, that making a Vera from Cheers reference really makes you sound old.
Yeah, I am old.
Didn't he say something about Game Boy in 7th grade?
Yeah, I got my original Game Boy in the 7th grade. I still haven't figured out what year that would have been. I can't remember how old I would have been then.
1964? 60, I don't know.
Nah, it was, like odd 6.
I actually had my DS today at work because I just got a copy of Pokemon White, and my boss looks at me and goes, "Is that a Game Boy?" So I'm like, it's close enough.
It's a Game Boy, but it's not called that.
Exactly.
This level should not be in the easy levels. This is a hard level.
Alright, let's see what I'm gonna play. First thing that jumps out at me is River City Ransom X.
Is that the Game Boy River City Ransom?
Yes, the one I believe Tom worked on.
Oh. Jeez, man. Okay.
Are there, any mushrooms in this stage?
So I'm thinking after we do the Mario challenge for Docking Time, the next thing's going to be a Mega Man challenge, because...
That's, pretty much inevitable at this point.
I don't think that challenge will last very long. That
Which one? The
Mega Man
Mario
challenge.
or the Mega Man?
Mega Man. That'll be gone.
No, that'll be gone.
Did the
Almost.
Castlevania one ever actually get finished?
No one's done whatever the 3D game, the new one.
Because nobody wants to play it.
I don't want to play a 16-hour game. I thought it's not a bad game, it's not a good game, but
I just go back and grind out some more endings on Judgment. Anything.
I think that's actually all we're left with. Maybe one of the PS2 games. I don't know. I'm not really into any of the PS2 Castlevanias.
I was actually hoping Brick Road was going to be still into Harmony of Despair, and I could say, let's get a group together and do a big group run.
Well, the thing is, I was playing with my friend Jude, and we would play right as I got home from work. I'd get home 4 a.m., and he doesn't sleep ever. So he'd be like, I'm farming Miser Ring. It's like, okay, I'll be there. So unless you were on at 4 a.m., you wouldn't have caught
Yeah.
We did,
that's one of those weird games that whenever I'm in the mood to play, nobody else is, and whenever everybody else is in the mood to play, I'm like, eh.
I am happy to report that we got the level 10 Dracula fight down pretty well, though.
I probably would have enjoyed that game more if I had a group to play it with. I mostly played it by myself. And,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. You can't get a lot out of it.
See, I got
Single
excited
player.
for a while because I got to a point to where a bunch of new people were joining in all at once. I was the badass veteran showing them around the game. And then they all started outperforming me, and I was like, fuck this shit.
I don't want to play anymore. I like you guys.
You're making my Soma look lame.
Soma is
wait.
lame. That didn't need any help.
Yeah, but
I
they were
just
out
realized-
DPSing my Soma with the best gear. It was
I just realized that me picking this to to play River City Ransom stretched out my screen, so it's probably not all being picked up in the capture.
Good job.
Yep. It's too fun for me to want to change, though.
7 Mario.
And people can just see the Talking Time cosplay thread here in my window because I got sick of playing Game Boy games.
So you decided to read about cosplay? And we're not judging you, man. It's all good.
Oh, he's already
We had to
talking about
close it out
cosplay.
with the picture of the Kerrigan that we kept mentioning.
How do you deal with these plants that spit the spiky ball things? They seem like they're transplanted from another game.
Everything in that game seems like it's transplanted from another game.
Yeah. Stomp on them?
I'm now seeing
Yes.
the Mega Tokyo references in River City Ransom GBA.
Oh, you're playing the Game Boy Advance version?
Yeah.
I actually have that somewhere on a cartridge. I've only played it for about 10 minutes, but I've got it somewhere because
Yeah, I remember when I realized that how really good it was that I wanted to pick it up, but by that point it was like super expensive, so I never actually had the opportunity.
Well, that was a wash. Picked up a mushroom, took a hit to do it. Kind of a wash.
that's the way it goes sometimes.
Could be worse. You could be playing Quirk.
Well, the good news is, since I suck, I don't have to play Castlevania Legends. That seems fair.
Do I have any other Game Boy games? This actually...
Yeah, that's
I
my
can see
problem. Is I
this.
don't have any ROMs other than like the Pokemon games that I'm Let's playing, and then I'm like Circle of the Moon for some reason.
Right.
What
I
the
seem
heck?
to have... I have
Circle's
Link's
fun if you like
Awakening.
use
I can play Link's
Magician
Awakening.
mode.
I don't have any. I haven't unlocked any of the modes on this ROM.
Go download a save.
Looks like I was in the middle of a game at some point.
Ah,
What's funny is Circle of the Moon got retconned out, and then it got retconned back in.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't even know how it fits into this timeline.
It's in 1830. It says right at the very beginning.
Right, but I don't know how that fits. Like how how you get a non-Belmont with a vampire killer is what I mean. Because you have a Belmont again by 1999. So, what
I
happens?
assume that he's somehow related to the Jonathan's family. 'Cause isn't that the whole thing in Portrait of Ruin, that he's not at Belmont, but he has the whip?
I never played Portrait of Ruin. I borrowed it from McLean, and I had it for like 2 years, and I felt bad about it, and it really wasn't like all that kind of my thing. So I sent it back to him. I did play
And Dracula totally has a stoned face in Circle of the Moon.
what's the other one I borrowed? The second one with Soma in it, which was pretty good, except the grinding was stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty much every Castlevania game.
Well, no, it was like the first one with Soma wasn't too bad, but the second one was really
The
bad.
first one with Soma wasn't too bad because after you beat it with Soma, you could play it as Julius.
And the Julius boss fight was badass.
Yeah, that was.
Yes! Yes! I made it!
Oh!
I don't remember Dawn of Sorrow being too bad, other than the dialogue was super anime all the time, which Aria of the Sorrow really wasn't. So
Yeah, the whole look was super anime all the time, but
that's true. Yeah.
so my problem with it is like you don't just like in the first game, you know, in the whatever the first one was called, which I'm just blanking all these names.
Arya?
Whatever of whatever. In whatever of whatever one, you could you would only ever have to grab any given soul once, right?
Yeah.
And then in whatever of whatever 2, you would need like 18 of the souls because you need to get them to max level and you need to use them to make weapons, and like it's needless grinding that really didn't add anything to the game.
And of course,
I was gonna
that's
say, I
the
think I
mode that they
ignored
decided
it.
to copy for Harmony of Despair. Was let's do the grind multiple versions, because why
Well, yeah,
not?
but that's an online game, so you have to make it grindy because otherwise everyone stops playing it after a day.
Right.
Oh, I was 1 coin away from 1-up, and I died. Okay, that's my continue. I'm gonna do that this time, guys.
I remember
Got it,
when
man.
Dawn of Sorrow came out, the big thing was, oh, we're gonna call it DS, Dawn of Sorrow, because it's for the Nintendo DS, ha ha ha.
Every DS game did that.
Yeah.
I remember I saw some, I think it was on G4, but I saw some commercial for it, and they had teeny boppers like, oh, I love Castlevania, this game is so awesome. And I had to shut the TV off in disgust. That sounds like a G4 thing to do. I will say that Circle of the Moon has a badass soundtrack.
I like
Even
Circle.
if there's only like 3 songs from it that are made specifically for this game.
Well, that's more than the number of sprites they made.
Like this Catacombs level that has the song Awake, that song is awesome.
You know what else is awesome about Circle in the Moon? Not being able to see anything.
Yeah, I played it on original.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. That was actually the first game I got with my Game Boy Advance.
Me too.
Me
And I
too.
remember being super excited about it.
Because it was one of the
But-
launch titles.
But I got it, and then I took a 13-hour plane ride, so I didn't realize it was unplayable until, like, you know, a week later. Then I just played Advance Wars the entire time.
I think right before the Game Boy Advance came out, Nintendo Power did a special strategy guide. Because I have a guide that's just of, like, the first 4 Game Boy Advance games. And that's part of how I got through Circle of the Moon, is because I had a guide that showed where all the health and MP drops were. And I forgot that in this game you start out without the ability to run, and it's obnoxious.
So you're not playing with the Hellboy color scheme anymore?
No, because I'm playing a Game Boy Advance game now.
That's too bad. You betrayed your roots.
I'm fighting pink worms, though, so at least you still get a shout out here.
No, I'm totally playing Hot Pink Quark. What are you talking about?
I
Alright.
switched because I didn't have any ROMs, and I didn't want to go download a bunch of Game Boy ROMs, so I just went with what I had.
Well, I'm back at 1-1.
Huh.
Oh,
I made it to, like, 4-2, and then I continued, and I didn't have any lives, and I'm terrible at this game. Whose idea was this stupid game?
Why is this game so hard? This is like, it looks like this innocent little cute puzzle platformer game with the guy who wears like little shades and he's like a ball, and then it's just like ass hard.
next LP, Quirk 150% speed.
It's 863 parts.
Most of them are the same level, so it's just like the RMN brothers all over again.
Right. Thanks for reminding me that exists.
I still want to see Raocow play that, because it's odd, but it sounds like that would actually be his kind of game. Since he plays all those crazy Mario hacks.
I don't know why anybody would want to play that kind of game.
To be fair, he plays that Super Mario Brothers X thing that he's playing now, and that looks like it would piss me off. They have a level that just is the game sending message boxes at you the whole time. And I died before I'd even gotten to a save point, so... So much for Circle of the Moon.
Giving up already. It's a sign of weakness, is what it is.
I could grind my Pokemons. What I should do is work on my Emerald Let's Play,
Just
but
splice that in. He would watch me like, who are these other 3 douchebags? I just want to see the Pikachus. I have never watched and will never watch a Pokemon Let's Play because I just have I have zero interest in collecting monsters.
well, it's a screenshot LP. It's not a video LP.
That's too bad. Sylvan's been trying to get me to play Pokemon pretty much since Pokemon is a thing.
I think you and I already told you my story about that.
Yeah, I think so.
And anybody that actually watched the Castlevania video, so nobody. There's a point where I was rambling and I just talked about my Pokemon Christmas tree.
And this music is slowly driving me insane.
Better or worse than Lolo?
Actually, if you listen to it long enough, it probably becomes indistinguishable from Lolo.
Somewhere there is a RPG Maker 2000 game that's called Smash Brothers RPG. And at one point they have a Lolo level in that, and that was my first experience with that music, and it drove me crazy. And that was actually a really good RPG that never got finished. Because it was RPG Maker 2000, so...
Nothing with that program ever gets finished.
I actually got my old RPG Maker stuff back because my friend Luke had a copy of it. Because Narcotis and Sylvan were both like, oh, I want to see. And I loaded up and I'm like, I don't know that I want to share this with anybody. It's pretty bad.
Oh.
They had this Smash Brothers RPG, and I remember Link had a love interest. It wasn't Zelda.
Marin,
No, it was some OC.
do not steal.
Exactly. It was, and she was a white mage from Final Fantasy. Like, that was what her sprite was. I don't know if the character was supposed to be a white mage, but the sprite was a white mage character.
So did you think the White Mage was female when you first played the original?
Yes.
Everybody? I did.
People played the original with that?
Right people played the original with that. It's a great game.
Yeah, it's
one
one of the first.
or two people play the original Final Fantasy.
It's one of the first NES games I remember playing, but honestly, I never really thought much about whether the White Mage was male or female.
I didn't play the original Final Fantasy until the PlayStation version.
I think I prefer the PlayStation version, oddly.
I'm a really big fan of Dawn of Souls.
Dawn of Souls is the definitive version.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to beat.
But to be fair, like, when I was playing the original Final Fantasy, like, I was so young at the point I didn't even know how to equip things.
Oh, no.
I did somehow make it all the way to Astos without equipping anything.
Well,
I do
black
remember
belts. Like, why is this class so much better than all the others?
I don't know. I started many different games in that, and it took me a long time before realizing how equipping worked.
I have to say, I think my favorite Final Fantasy thing ever is The Adventures of Fucked.
Not mine.
But, I mean, because the detail you went into analyzing how and why it was impossible...
Yeah,
that was one of the
that's-
first things that I read at Talking Time, so that really stood out to me.
I died because I'm not used to actually keeping my mushroom that long, and normally when I jump into that block, I bounce off, and I went through it. I died because my instincts had accumulated themselves to my sucking, and then when I started to suck less, it just all fell apart.
The question is, have you gotten hit by a rock randomly appearing on top of you yet?
Oh yeah, I did that like last run. You don't go near the top of the screen. I learned that. It's sad because I feel like this, for me at least, because the end game is so much harder. I feel like it comes down to, do I get lucky with the stupid ladder? Oh, there I did. Okay, 3-0.
So every time I see this Revisit Evangelion thread, I keep hoping that Parrish is going to do more of his analytical stuff on it, and then he doesn't.
I just want more thumbnail theater.
Yeah, I think he's really deep into this anatomy of a game thing.
Yeah.
Oh, he just started a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He actually mentioned that game Guardian Legend that I was playing earlier that you never heard of. I remember him mentioning at one point that he was thinking that would be a fun one to analyze.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Not a lot of people will vote for it, though, because not a lot of people know it.
I'm always surprised. I thought that was a really well-known NES game.
I didn't find out about it until recently. And I played a lot of NES games, but
You know what? The thing that never got me, that stopped me from ever beating that game, is that the password system is frickin' annoying. And I've only ever played it on a cartridge until like 2 days ago. That's one of my more nostalgic games.
Arg! I'm trying so hard to beat Quark. I don't know why.
how long is that game? Because it's a puzzle game, so I imagine it's pretty long.
I finished it before. It's 30 or 40 floors, but there's just a lot of trial and error and retrial and re-error.
So we have to tell Parrish that he has to do a bit about that ditch that we got stuck. Had to do.
Where are you at, Destil?
I am back in 2-3 and hoping to find...
He's gonna be an expert at the first 2 worlds of Mario Land.
No, I still die pretty regularly. I'm trying to find the... I know there's a 1-up and a mushroom in the lower blocks that you can destroy, so I'm trying to find those, but I'm sure it's going to lead to my inevitable and hilarious death.
Here's hoping.
There's the mushroom. Oh, it's just a mushroom, even if you're already big! You can't... Oh, jeez, that's... I mean, I know it wouldn't matter, but when I get out of the stage, it'd be nice.
It's the talking time conundrum all over again. It's a mushroom when you're big. It's not fair. The morph ball is called the Maru Mari?
Yes.
Yep.
Why am I suddenly in the mood for Hawaiian fish?
There's the 1-up. Alright. Yeah, I mean, the problem is, like, the early levels aren't hard, but they're so long, and you only get one continue. Or I just suck. I mean, that's the real problem, but...
Yeah,
I can blame it on the game design and feel better about myself.
Let's keep focus here. It's not the game's fault that you're a bad person.
Well, I mean, I did play this game pretty early in life. It might be partly.
It's not letting me message my friend here now. That's kind of weird.
These are the medium levels. I can't wait to see what the really hard levels are. I've been playing Pork longer than I played Mario Land. I kind of feel like playing Mario Land again.
Alright, if I can keep getting those 3-ups, I might have a chance here.
My friend linked that video that he linked me on YouTube is a video that was already linked on Talking Time, which is some game on the Wii U where you sing, and they're singing the Evangelion theme song.
The one they had in the Home Shopping Network thread?
Yeah. I'm not sure why I can't message him right now, but that's okay.
You have more important things to do, like play Pokemon.
Definitely not homework.
Definitely not homework. Whatever you do, don't get your homework done.
It's only 11:40. It's not due for another 9 hours.
In this last words.
It's not like anything I get graded on or anything, so I'm not that worried about it other than just not having it done.
No, there's a 1-up mushroom hidden. They reuse the same rock formation like 4 times, and one of them has a 1-up. There it is. So it's one of those lovely endless circuits where you can get the 1-up and die any number of times and never come out behind.
Those are helpful.
And then you get a game over on the first level. When you do your video Let's Plays, you pretty much have the whole game recorded before you post anything on it. Isn't that right?
Yeah, usually, unless I'm playing Sheeran the Wanderer.
It's just funny to me how many times people are like, you should be doing this instead. You're like, this video is a year and a half old.
Yeah, people never cease giving me gameplay advice for games I'm not playing.
And by the way, did you know that they renounced the remake of DuckTales?
Hell no, when did that happen? That's awesome.
They did make a sequel to Shantae Retard.
That's probably worth mentioning. Shantae, is officially announced for Virtual Console now.
Oh, really?
Game Boy Color one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be
nice.
mid-June, July.
Which virtual console?
3DS Virtual Console.
Oh, sweet.
Game Boy Color game. Yep.
Guess I better sell my cart now then.
How much does a 3DS go for nowadays?
180 for the LX, I think?
I got mine for a wedding present, so if you just find someone to marry you...
See, I tried that, but then drama happened.
And then she was like, oh, I got a green card some other way. That was really insensitive.
Okay, so that happened
The
2
immigrants,
times.
because you really wouldn't want to wish that red on anybody.
I actually had a girl at my work, this is maybe
yes, I think I
6
got
or
it.
7 years ago, and she actually did that. She said, will you marry me so that I don't get deported? And then she followed that up immediately with, we don't have to have sex or anything, but...
That was clearly your obvious concern,
And,
right?
and you're like, well, can we? I kind of like to.
It's like, so much for that idea.
This phrase went to kind of a weird place.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that at this point my ineptitude is enabling everyone's awkward
We just don't know where to go from here.
awkward stories of propositions of immigrants.
So, racism. What do you think?
Get it? Racism? Ha ha!
God.
Play the race card, will you? I don't like this level. I like this level less than I liked the last level, and I didn't like that level at all.
Oh, Narishine is poking me. Okay.
Tell them to do your homework.
Hey, this game is a lot easier if you keep the Super Ball, guys. Oh wait, never mind. Spoke too soon.
Okay, I got this. It's weird. I'm getting messages, but it's not showing in my list, so I can't actually see what people are saying to me right now in the Skype chat.
Let's see. I need to get organized here and get this level done, because I'm just making an ass of myself now.
Alright, be right back.
Alright, 3-2 down. And I actually have like 15 lives. 16 lives. So, I still have my continue. So I can probably beat this sometime before midnight? For me?
We look forward to your victory, sir. Godspeed.
Godspeed, how fast is that?
I don't know. Something, something, unladen swallow.
$15 lives. 14 lives.
Wow, that was quick.
Godspeed is sort of hard to control. I think I'm going to go at careful speed again.
Oh,
that seemed to be working for me.
Fucker. That didn't work.
Quirk got you down?
Yes. God damn it. I want to push it up first.
13 lives.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hey! It gave me a... Okay, no, that was a legitimate checkpoint. Because it does seem like as long as the checkpoint is on the screen, even if you haven't gotten that far, it starts you there.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's kind of strange, but...
Those coins have to be a trap. Yeah, they're a trap. Okay. Well,
Damn it, I keep getting into the same position, and I can't push it from here.
that's the troll block. This is where I died last time. This just falls so fast.
Alright, the YouTubers can rejoice. I am actually working on my homework. I'm not going to fail.
12 lives.
I'm sure that's what they were all very worried about, Red. Oh man, I hope he gets his homework done.
Well, it's either that or they're like, I want to know more about this proposition.
Conveniently changing the subject. Good call.
More like, ooh, what's this cat over here in related videos? That looks interesting.
As long as it doesn't have Q-tips.
God damn it.
Keep bringing it back up.
I'm not explaining the Q-tip joke.
No one is going to explain the Q-chip joke.
Nope, not doing it.
If there's cats in the related videos, it's because of Adrian having his cat earlier on in the video.
I don't actually think that was in the video.
No, that's when we were getting the sound level set up, or whatever the hell we called it, beginning it with a faffing. So we call it in my D&D games faffing before the game starts. Okay, I'm on the 3-3 boss, and I can take a hit, so I might, if I don't get a good opportunity. I got him. Oh. Can't stomp him. But I still got him because I could take that hit.
Which D&D do you play?
I play 4. I run. I very rarely play. I currently run 4E. I have run everything from 2E to 3E, and they all have their advantages and disadvantages. I like 4E because I think it's very easy to DM, and it's very easy to improvise, and I have a lot of players that haven't played in a while, so they were interested to check out the newer edition.
I asked because I actually just got a Pathfinder book today.
Pathfinder's badass. Pathfinder's
I got
awesome.
I got the Rise of the Rune Lords adventure path.
That's an older one, but it's pretty good. Alright, 13 lives.
This is their remake of it.
Oh, okay, yeah, then then it is really good. Like, the original wasn't that... Like, they did clean it up a lot from what I saw. I'm kind of two minds on Pathfinder because I kind of feel like it... 3E has a lot of needless complexity, and I wish they'd done a better job of addressing some of that. Like, it adds complexity without depth or detail in a lot of places. But at the same time, it's a completely functional system. I think it's just either you need a group of players that is willing to allow the DM to be flexible with the rules, which you need anyway for a good game, so it's not really a big requirement, or B, you need a DM that just can basically pull the wool over their eyes and not make it look like they're kind of fudging things when they are. Like, 'cause it's like monster generation and stuff, like the hit dice rules and all those. There's no need for anything like that. Like, you could... if you built like just something like in 4E with the CR by attack value and whatnot, like you wouldn't have to stick to it rigidly. It would be much easier than having to figure out, okay, well this is a 6 hit die plant, so plants get a cleric base attack bonus, a goodwill save, a bad fort save, and 4 skill points. They get 6 feats and then 2 bonus feats plus all the plant traits and immunities. And now I'm just ranting about D&D, so...
That's okay.
But it's not Dead Air.
No, it's not. And
Dead Air
I'm excited to play through it because my group
Pathfinder's great.
We were playing the Jade Regent path.
I'm actually one of the few... Oh, I gotta pause. Oh, I guess I'm gonna have something in my eye.
It's failure.
Defensive D&D made me tear up a little bit. Okay. Alright.
But I was playing Jade Regent, and then my gaming
lives.
group kind of had to disband, so now we're trying to get back together, and I wanted to bring in something fresh. So I got this.
Oh, they don't die. They just get stomped and get back up.
What's that?
I feel like the zombie girls.
Oh, yeah,
I feel like I'd learned that
shots.
lesson before and forgotten it. Like, between that and the turtles, this game is all about screwing you over for actually attacking enemies. They're just to avoid them.
So when are you going to run a Planescape game for us?
Me?
Yes.
Let's see.
You've got to be hankering for some Planescape right now, I gotta say.
I honestly am. Let me think. So, I don't like second edition rules. Like, if I was going to run it, I'd either run 3 or 4 conversion, or I would run a D&D, in all honesty. If you really want me to run a Planescape game... when can I do that? I could probably, like, get something going maybe next month, if you're in a hurry, or... I got a flower.
It's been years since I played Planescape. I've never run
I thought you had that Dustman Wardorn fairly recently. I saw something about it on your blog with your Scion, right?
2 years ago.
Oh, well, sometimes I forget how long the time actually passes. This is what happens when you're very old, like me.
Yes.
So I figured out what was going on with my messages in Skype, and it's so retarded, but when WinZip was acting up, I changed the date on my computer so it would let me use the evaluation. So all my messages were getting pushed to April the 11th.
Did you pull down, Oh, I can go in there now, because I'm big. Awesome. I'm never big over here. Oh, and there's a
Remember
flower
what happened
when I
the
don't
last
need it.
time you were big where you weren't expecting it?
Death. Yeah, just grab 7-zip. It's open source and it works really well. As long as you're not running Win8, and I mean, I'm the only person here stupid enough to run Win8.
You know what I can do? I think I can solve
Right
this.
when episode 3 first came out, I did this comic about this guy turning into Darth Vader, and then he was upset because he had installed Destil on his friend's computer, so he's like, no!
10 lives. I'm in 4-2. So it's not so bad. And I still have a continue. I know that this block is a star, and that star is a trap, because whenever you grab it, the thing kills you before you can pick it up. 9 lives.
Oh no.
So yeah, changing the date made Skype not know how to react.
Though honestly, how would you feel if I said I'm gonna run Planescape, but I'm gonna use Eddie's 4E conversion?
No, I don't give a shit.
Because I know you have issues with 4E, but I don't think you would care. I can actually run a game. Like, it's...
I don't have issues with 4E. I have issues with my group playing 4E because it's not...
Right, that's the...
It's not a grognard kind of group. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, I totally get where you're coming from, because I've read enough of what your opinions on the topic that I know you're actually, like, yeah, you're on board.
My opinions are correct, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, Yeah, my last Planescape character was a Modron Dustman, and his name was something like one who studies the nature of death, etc., etc. It was like really long.
I could. What I run? Probably run Infinite Staircase into Million Mordon March works pretty well. Those two have pretty good for establishing the setting, and they connected to each other easily enough.
What my DM ran, he ran the Modron March, but he like wove it into the other.
I've done that.
Campaign.
I've done that.
That's kind of how Modron March needs to work.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
exactly.
just run it one after the other.
Yeah, that's why I think Infinite Staircase is a good startup for that.
Have you read the campaign in the Blood War box set?
I have a long time ago. I don't have a lot of my box sets anymore. I think I only have 2 or 3.
My Planescape collection is woefully it was complete at one point, but moving and loaning out books and etc. just over the years, I'm missing a couple of books now.
Yeah.
That was my first foray onto eBay back in the day. I was like, Planes of Conflict box set, $100. I was like, you've been outbid. Fuck that, $200. Then I got a credit card bill. I'm like, oh, let's not do that anymore.
I think the first and last thing I bought on eBay was my Dark Eldar army, which is still sitting unpainted in the boxes next to my cats lay on it. That's the most good it's ever done anyone, is my kittens like to sleep on the Raiders.
In 15 minutes...
Oh, I'm on the plane!
The Mario Land recording will officially be longer than the second pentathlon.
How hard's the plane?
This was just a little fun quickie game that we picked up after the pentathlon was over. You know, just something to kill an hour.
To be fair, that's what happened with Rocking Cats, and look how that turned out.
That's true.
Yeah. Good point.
Well, also, to be fair, if I didn't suck, we'd have been done with this an hour and a half ago.
See, and when they were talking about the Disney afternoon race, I thought, I'm going to be the guy that's going to game over on DuckTales or Rescue Rangers or something, and have to start the whole game over. And...
Well, see, when I pitched that race, it's like, you have to practice for that.
Yeah, the only one of those games I know is actually Darkwing Duck. I mean, I know, I can play DuckTales, but I don't know it, and it's just such a labyrinth game, like...
Yeah. See, and it's the reverse for me. Darkwing Duck is the game I didn't know.
It's the hardest of them by far, and it's probably the newest, so it's one of the fewest people play, I think.
Such a good game, really good.
Yeah, it is really good. Like, I know I got that, like, you know, long after the NES was no longer a thing, like back when there were Funko Lands, and I could buy used games there.
Long ass time ago.
Yeah, that's right. The other recurring theme of tonight is that Destil is old. Oh, hey, I'm playing Tetris, sort of. That's neat. Are they just going to do the same thing over and over again with this loopy thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh.
It's kind of a dumb level.
I'm okay with dumb as long as it's dumb and easy.
Oh, I got this game into a new...
Like, they're doing this whole gimmick where they're trying to get you to run into a wall, but it's...
Really telegraphed?
Yeah.
I got my quirk level into a new position somehow.
Oh, and these are those punchy things you were talking about. I actually got hit on me.
And she's like, here's a random fist punching out of there.
And now I'm fighting a cloud. Go, get out of here, cloud.
To the cloud. See,
okay.
we could still beat the pentathlon video. You just have to.
I've got 8 lives. Yes, I should be fine. And this guy Tenga's actually, I think he's one of the easier bosses in the game. Like I know his pattern. I have this part I can do.
This level looks even worse than
I got him.
The last one.
So basically 4-2. I got up to 4-2 every time and died there. So that's my problem. Is 4-2. So is it? I mean, is it? It's not a bug or an octopus this time. Is it like a? Oh, it's the girl. Okay.
It's actually her.
It's that thing from Everson.
And now you're disappointed. Aw, I want a little bug.
He wanted the fist to come out of a pipe.
Yeah, those fists are weird. You're right. Like, why would they put the graphic in there if there's only going to use it once? That's the sort of thing you don't see in 8-bit games, unless it's like the final... Well, I mean, it is the final level, though, so... I mean, it's like no one complains that there isn't a Chaos palette swap somewhere in the Temple of Elemental Fiends.
No one complains about that at all.
So yeah, do we sit here until I'm done with the credits, or? I think anyone who wants to see the credits saw you guys skip them, so.
Yeah. So that's the race. Thanks for dragging it out, Destil.
At least nobody reset by themselves by hitting all the buttons.
If at any point in the future my ineptitude can come in handy again, I am sure to lend it to you.
We know nobody admitted to that.
No, you'll see. I'm actually bad at the
show
game.
The truth.
I'm shutting
secrets will
Quark
come out.
off. That's enough of this. Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye bye.
See ya.